roughly in October, I, along with a couple of my growing buddies, went to an event at our local grow shop where we were able to acquire all kinds of free samples of various nutrients and soils and different things. And one of the soils that we got at this event, we each got a couple bags of Bio365 soil. And personally, was super stoked. Talking to the vendor or the rep at the event, the soil looked to be extremely high quality. They really seemed like they put thought and care into their soils, and so I was super stoked to try it. We got I got some Bio, can't ever remember the name of it, but they're regular Bio red bag. They're unnutrient line, so just the soil. And then I got a bag of the BioFlower, which is a nutrient added soil, and I wanted to run them side by side to see how good the soil was by itself and what the nutrients did for them. So set the bags aside and was waiting to use them so I could get through the current bag of soil I had open and get some new sets going so that we could run some accurate side-by-sides. My buddy ends up taking the bags home and cracking them open and immediately using them. He's excited. And then a couple days later, he calls me and tells me not to use them. They're absolutely infested with fungus, gnats, fruit flies, you know, some kind of small flying insect. So I give Bio365 benefit of the doubt. You know, I don't take nobody at the word. Bug problems in indoor gardens, it's a common thing. I'm not going to immediately write off and say, alright bro, you said the Bio365 gave it to you, I'm just going to trash it. So, about a month goes by. October, November, December. Okay, so a couple months goes by. Finally crack open the base Bio, the red bag. And I found these nasty mushrooms in it, like these gross yellow mushrooms I had never seen in a soil before. You know, I'm used to opening up soil and finding, you know, some white mushrooms, especially if your soil has any kind of wood, mycorrhiza, any added, you know, bacterias and stuff. You should expect some mushrooms possibly, but these were nasty looking mushrooms, like super gross. And the soil was definitely giving me fungus gnats because I had opened it. I think I filled like a couple small cups or something off the top, rolled the bag top closed like I typically do with any soil, set it off to the side, waiting for the next use, you know, a couple more days, couple weeks when transplants come, break into the bag. So the time passes, I go to break into this bag and mushrooms, and I had started to realize that there were fungus gnats everywhere. So I'm going to take you and show you that real quick and then continue on with the story. Another reason to be super, I don't know if those are good mushrooms or bad mushrooms. Those are some creepy looking mushrooms, man. They're all over the soil. I mean, right off rips, my dude told me I probably want to chuck it because it had fruit flies or fungus gnats or, you know, some kind of small black gnat-like bug, real bad. But I mean, he has bug issues, and so I don't take nobody at face value. And so, you know, I had to test it for myself, but sure enough, within just a few days, there were thousands of gnats all over my grow room, completely like wiped and wrecked my Okay, so after that point, I, you know, sprayed down with Canna Control and absolutely made sure that I had zero signs of any of the little flyers around. for a good 3-4 days solid, you know. So got rid of them, cleaned up, cleaned everything down, waited 3, 4, 5 days before I tried any other. Open the Bio360, and within a couple days, same situation, absolutely infested with gnats. And so out of anger, I made the following video and posted it to Instagram. Alright, so now I've given this soil just about every benefit of the doubt possible. You know, we got, I don't know, I think about 4, 5, 6 bags, something like that, free from a grow event. You know, got some samples. Got the BioFlower and the I think just the regular BioBlend to try out. And my buddy got a couple bags, and our other buddy got a couple bags. You know, we got one of each to test out, compare their baseline from their nutrient line. And my buddy got his bags open first, checking them out, telling me that gnat infestation, you know. And I was like, well, you know, maybe you just had a bug issue. So waited a little bit, finally was ready to use my BioBlend, cracked it open, used a little bit in here, boom, gnat infestation everywhere. So I was like, yeah, maybe we just got a crappy bag, you know. This one had been sitting around for probably like 4 months since that point. So it's like, you know, maybe it'll be alright. Cracked this one open, you know, started using it in these cups. Transplanted that up to size. And here we are now, just a few days later, and as you can see, all those black dots, all those black dots, and they like to get stuck in my damn shower curtain here, but absolutely infested with gnats. So I can't keep just giving Bio365 benefit of the doubt after benefit of the doubt after benefit of the doubt. At some point, we just have to admit that Bio365 soil is shit. That it is absolutely infested with gnats. And at this point, there's no way for me to really say that, you know, it was just a bad batch or whatever. Because there's no way in hell that I'm going to spend any money on Bio365 soil to let them prove to me that I got a bad batch. You know, at this point, I don't trust bringing in any more Bio365 soil, because so far everyone that I know that has used it gets absolutely infested with gnats. And so Bio365, if you somehow happen to see this, take note that you're ruining your image here. The only good news about this Bio365 soil is it helped me realize how good this can of Control by Mammoth is. But that's another review video. Yeah, I really don't know what else to say. I'd love to have something positive to say about it. You know, I mean, it's a really nice blend. It looks like it's going to be some good soil. It has a lot of potential to be good soil. But if you're going to use all these composts and all this organic material and all these natural things, you got to make sure you cook off your damn soil before you add it, so that you ain't got no bugs. And then, I don't know, make sure you don't store your soil outside, or that your soil isn't, you know, covered in all these little holes for the soil to breathe that lets bugs in. When you store your soil outdoors for shows, they get infested. And then you infest people's gardens with bugs, and now they don't want to buy your soil. So Bio365, you might want to figure something out. Alright, that's all I gotta say. You go ahead and decide if having the risk of being infested by bugs is worth it to you for some ant soil. Personally, I'm gonna go back to buying $13 for 2.5 cubic yards of base pro mix that I get from Lowe's. So, you know, take this information, do with it as you will, but personally, I'm gonna figure out how to get rid of this soil as soon as possible. As soon as these things are ready for transplant, we're getting rid of it. The rest of this is getting thrown out into the compost. I'm done with Bio365 soil. It's trash. That's all I have to say. So, that video prompted a message from Bio365 on Instagram to email them or email the customer support. They wanted to discuss the steps that they take to ensure that their product is pest free, and see if we could communicate and figure out what went wrong on my end and why, you know, 3 different gardens were all having the same issue where we were all seeing this infestation from their product. So I emailed them. About a week goes by, I don't hear from them. I messaged back on Instagram telling them that I'd emailed. I finally get a reply in my email saying that I had gone to their spam folder and had gotten this, blah blah blah, and actually had a decent little back and forth with customer service there for a while. You know, they informed me that they you know, all of their soils are made indoors in environmentally controlled factories. You know, workers have to decon before they go in. No outdoor clothing, suits, Tyvek suits. Everything's made inside. Everything's cooked and killed before they mix it. That you know, it gets wrapped and sealed indoors. Blah blah blah. So I mean, overall, you know, I'm gonna try my best to put these up. I don't have an efficient way to like screenshot it, so I'm gonna try and screen record and have it kind of scroll for you. But I'm not really good with all this tech stuff, so I'm not sure how to easily show you guys the email. So in case I don't, that's the paraphrasing. But after the back and forth, you know, it kind of got down to the point of, so they take all these steps to take care of their soil, but then there's all these perforations and these intentional full holes that get poked into the bags, which, you know, I understand. You got this living soil, and this is true for like all soil companies. You know, you find the holes in the bags because the soil needs to breathe. But then all of a sudden communication just completely stopped when I tried pressing further for you know, how does the vendor at the show get his soil? Because I mean, this was a whole pallet of soil. It's not like this dude just had a couple bags in the back of his pickup truck or something random like that. You know, he had the whole table set up with little samples, all the informationals. You know, he's a merch rep for the company, and they had this whole pallet of soil that had the Bio Base, the BioFlower, and the Bio Cocoa all stacked up for free samples. And so when I pressed to try and find out, is you know, the vendor responsible for that pallet, or you know, the merch rep responsible for that pallet, is the vendor, aka the event host, the grow store that hosts the event. Did they supply the pallet, or does that pallet get shipped from Bio365 directly? Because whoever was responsible for that pallet is responsible for the infestation. And no more word, no more communication. I gave them ample time, and I just never heard anything back. And so I'm out of benefits of the doubt to give as much as I want to love Bio365 as a company and as a soil, I just cannot at this time stand behind them and recommend that you spend your money on their product. It just, for as many answers as they had, they didn't have the answers that mattered, and no offer of compensation or reconciliation for essentially destroying 3 gardens. So, and again, not their right. I'm not saying that they're responsible or that they owe me anything. It would have been nice to have been offered a replacement bag of soil or something, so that something direct from them, or that I could go pick up from my store, or, however we had to make it happen, to try and give them a second run. But I can tell you that I'm not going to accept any more free samples from them at any future shows, and I'm certainly not going to spend my money to roll the dice and gamble to see if the next batch is infested or not. So that's my 2 cents on it. I'm not here to try and trash talk anybody, but I'm not going to sit here and put people on false pedestals either. And so, in the case of Bio365 soil, like I said, I'm not going to be able to recommend it, and that might change in the future if things line up in the future and this is able to be reconciled, or things change as time goes on. I will certainly come back and readdress this, but for now, like I said, I'm not going to be able to recommend it. Personally, I would stay away from this product. Just put your money elsewhere. It's just not worth it. So, thank you so much for your time. Make sure you hit thumbs up on this video so that we can get this word out to others, especially somebody on the fence who might be about to drop a couple $100 on several bags of this product just to absolutely destroy their garden. That would be absolutely devastating, and if we can save just one person from that, please hit the thumbs up. As far as comments, let me know, do you use Bio365 soil? Do you have problems with it? Have you had infestations from it, or was this just a bad luck of the dice and I should give them another shot? Let me know your personal experiences in the comments below, and if you haven't hit the subscribe button, please hit the subscribe button. It helps the channel grow, helps more people see this, and it allows you to keep we got soil reviews, we got product reviews, we're gonna have the greenhouse grow going this year, we've got the food garden, we've got chickens. There's just so much to come from Fox Farms this year. So hit that subscribe button, you're not gonna want to miss out. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Keep on smoking, keep on growing. God bless y'all. Snuffy bless y'all. Love y'all. Until next time, I'm out.